So you just broke up with someone or they broke up with you. First of all, congratulations, because you're on a new timeline. And if you really start believing this or something better, think of the type of person that you can attract next. And I know that a lot of people in my community have, been married for a long time and are getting divorced. And so all of this goes to say, like, it doesn't matter the amount of time, it doesn't matter the level of the relationship. Even if it was just like a one-night stand that you're hoping that turned into something, the brain and the body don't care, especially as a woman, especially if it doesn't matter if you prefer men or women, honestly, but I will say that for women who have sex with men, there is a biological process that actually happens in the woman's cervix, and it basically kickstarts this part of your brain that's that survival reptilian, where it feels like it's never going to be able to find another man again, so you need to hold on to this one. It's literally a biochemical reaction. So if you get back together with this person all the time, or it's just like, if it's like push and shove, or you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna get over this person, like I'm literally like fetal position crying, like just obsessing about how they smell and how they feel with their arms around me. I've been there many times. And again, I'm grateful, and that's like one of the first things that I recommend my clients do is like write down the things that you learned about yourself in that relationship, and then be grateful. And as someone who's been with a lot of her soulmates, and again, you have thousands of soulmates. There are thousands of people out there that are aligned match for you. It's just which vibration do you want to be at when you match them? That's what it's about. And so writing a list of all the lessons that you learned, being super grateful, is super helpful. I know it sounds like cheesy, but if I've learned anything from hundreds of thousands of dollars from personal development, it's that the sillier and simpler something seems, the more powerful it is, because we are meant to be simple beings just living in a constant state of love and compassion. Second thing I recommend if you just broke up with someone, and this applies to any just like loss in general, like grief, take saffron. Saffron is a spice that's from a flower, but you can actually take it in capsule form as a supplement, and it is extremely, extremely powerful for going to that part of the brain that's like obsessing about that person, and especially the sensory perception of wanting to hug them, touch them, kiss them, smell them. Really helps that. And because saffron is such a beautiful, divine, feminine, Mother Earth healing tool, really, it's like a flower, it's a spice, it's a capsule, it's like all these different things. That love is going into your heart, and you're allowing your real mother, Mother Earth, to support you throughout this process, which also helps you tap into God, source, your angels, and your guides. The other thing that I highly recommend, again, the sillier and more simple, the dumber it seems to feel, but the more powerful it is do a movement class. And we are at the place in our lives now where if you go to a type of class like this, like you go to a dance class, or you're doing, hypno dance is like this new thing that's out there, like you can be a mess. Like go to a class where there's going to be a lot of women, and like you can just cry and like let it all out and like feel so safe and held. You will literally feel like a new person if you do this. And there are a lot of places that do virtual stuff. So if you want to do it at home, even if it's like your camera's off, you're still going to feel that love. And that's really, really important, because animals, I don't know if you've read the book, but like animals don't really get sick as long as they shake off like the stress. So that's what we're going to be doing for you. And especially as a woman, like any type of movement that's activating your feminine body, especially your lower chakras, is going to get you back into your power and your trust, knowing in full belief that someone so much better is coming along, because you are even going to be so much better, and you're literally going to be invisible to people who are not of the light and worthy of you and your magic. Last big thing is, and this is a toughie, so incorporate it when you can, I want you to imagine, like, if this person really hurt you, really betrayed you, like if you're recovering from like narcissist abuse, things like that, what I want you to do is flip the script and imagine a different lifetime that you've probably had with this person, and think about what it would feel like if you had been in their shoes. And I know this is very hard, and I had to go through this myself, of like people that have like raped me and stuff. Like, I had to go there, and like, again, we talk about like shadow work and like embracing the dark and stuff, and like, this is what it fucking means, and it's not pretty, but you have to do it if you truly want to heal. You have to think, what if I, in another timeline, in another body, in a really shitty situation where I experienced so much pain that by the time I could even be attracted to other people, I was so damaged that the only way that I could get through the world was by hurting other people. So again, not a fun exercise, but it really changes things, because it then gives you compassion, and it gives you an opportunity to do the things that I talk about on Instagram a lot, like be present for the now, be grateful for the now, be grateful for the person you are now who would never intentionally hurt somebody ever. That's a huge gift, because you've had hundreds or thousands, and some of you even hundreds of thousands of incarnations on earth, and they weren't fun or pretty. Why do you think this one already feels so hard? This one's not even close to the ones that you've had before, or you wouldn't have come back, right? You have things to heal, and the deeper your pain, the more you heal, the bigger your service, and the more people that you can help with your story. So, in summary, write a list of everything that you learned and why you're grateful from this relationship. Take some saffron supplement to help your brain not get so confused, especially women. Our brains go crazy when we go through a breakup. Move. Some type of dance, ideally with a group of people, whether that's virtually or in person. And then do the role reversal, where again, in another timeline, in another life, you're in a different body, like you did to this person what they did to you, so that you can find gratitude and presence for how much you've grown and how much you now can contribute to the planet, because you aren't that person anymore, right? This person still has a lot more fucking growing up to do. That's not your problem anymore, right? This is your time. This is your time to shine. And links in description notes if you need some energetic or coaching support.